So good morning, dear friends. Today is day 12 of our 60 days of mindfulness around the blooming of a lotus. Today we have a blooming of a rose. And we will continue with our practice of trying to contemplate the different elements in the rose today. And we will start with our 3 sounds of the bell, and then morning chant, and then the guided practice.
Our mind and body dwell in perfect mindfulness. We rediscover our original nature. Leaving the shore of illusion behind. Noble Sangha, diligently bring your minds into meditation. Namo Shakyamunaye Buddhaya. Namo Shakyamunaya Buddhaya. Namo Shakyamunaya Buddhaya. Namo Shakyamunaya Buddhaya.
Being aware of the position of our body, the way we are seated, where we are seated, feeling a sense of stability, and that uprightness of posture, following the spine up the back, into the neck, into the head, that gentle curvature of the spine. And the awareness of our breath, the gentle rise and fall of the abdomen with each in-breath and each out-breath. The steadiness of the spine, the flow of the breath. Just feeling a calmness in our breath. And with that calm and steady breath, relaxing the muscles in our body, starting with our face, Gentle half smile that helps relax the muscles. The neck, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the hips, the thighs, the lower legs, the feet, the back, the chest, just feeling an integration of the whole body. Just feeling a sense of relaxedness and release as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Being aware of this gift of life, this breath of life in this very moment. And we continue with the practice as a response to the question about the interbeing nature of all the elements. Again, taking the assistance of our flower, of our rose, to see how the different elements interplay within this object. And yesterday we covered the earth and the fire and the water elements. And today we will contemplate the air, space, and consciousness elements. Air is, of course, all around us and within the flower. So we know that we can only live with this air. We don't have air for a few moments, also a few minutes we can die, as with the flower. And the space element is what frames us, the body, or the flower, the body of the flower. The inter, the space, and the non-space cannot exist without each other. So the object and the space exist with each other. And the consciousness element is that we have to always, there's always a consciousness of something. Something cannot exist independently. There's cognition of the object. So in this case, the flower. In touch with the air in the flower, I breathe in. knowing that without the air, there would be no flower, I breathe out. Air in the flower. Without air, no flower. In touch with the air in the flower, I breathe in, knowing that without the air, there would be no flower. I breathe out. Air in flower. Without air, no flower. In touch with the space in the flower, I breathe in, knowing that without space, there would be no flower. I breathe out. space in the floor. Without space, no floor. In touch with the space in the floor, I breathe in, knowing that without space, there would be no floor. I breathe out. Space in the floor, without space, no floor. In touch with consciousness in the floor, I breathe in, knowing that without consciousness, there would be no floor. I breathe out. Consciousness in the floor, without consciousness, no floor. In touch with the consciousness in the floor, I breathe in, knowing that without consciousness, there would be no flower, I breathe out. Consciousness in the flower, without consciousness, no flower. Knowing that the flower manifests from the 6 elements, I breathe in. Smiling to the 6 elements in the flower, I breathe out. Flower from 6 elements, smiling. Knowing that the flower manifests from the 6 elements, I breathe in. Smiling to the 6 elements in the flower, I breathe out. Flower from 6 elements, smiling. Practicing the way of awareness gives rise to benefits without limits. We vow to share the fruits with all beings. We vow to offer tribute to parents, teachers, friends, and numerous beings who give guidance and support along the path. So friends, I hope you were able to contemplate the 6 elements in the flower. And this additional meditation was as a response to somebody who was finding it difficult to contemplate the interbeing nature of the different elements. And so this is much easier when we do it with an object outside of ourselves, but then we know that that is also our own body and how these integrate into each other in our body, and also how our body is not separate from our mind. So body and mind come together. That's why the element of consciousness. So anyway, enjoy this integration both within our body and outside. So when we think of, when we were doing the meditation of the body, we realized that we can't exist without our heart, but as we know, we can't exist without the sun. Or we feel we can't exist without our lungs, but we can't exist without the forest. So this interplay is very important for our realization that we are not individuated, separate entities, and none of the elements are in that way either. So tomorrow we might practice a little bit in terms of the refuges. Somebody asked about how do you practice the refuges, and then go on with the images that we've spoken about earlier. So have a good day. Just playing. Meditation is also an enjoyable practice. It's not just something, it's to play with this this practice and see what comes up for you. So have a good time. Thank you.